In this section, we'll be looking at the Metasploit framework. So what is Metasploit? Metasploit is one of the most widely used and one of the best penetration testing softwares. It has a wide range of exploits and it is used for developing and executing exploit code. It is free and open source. So there are some basic terms that you need to know before we look into Metasploit. So what are they? So what is an exploit? An exploit is something that takes advantage of a vulnerability in a target system in order to gain access to it. And a payload is a code that is executed on the target machine after the exploit is run. And an encoder is used to avoid any errors due to bad characters and also sometimes to evade antiviruses. So what is Metpreter? Metpreter is one of the most advanced payloads for Metasploit. It is very stealthy because it injects itself into the running process of other programs, and it allows us to perform various operations in the victim's machine. So let's look at the different Metasploit interfaces. There are several interfaces for Metasploit, and some of them are like MSF console, MSF CLI, and the web version. So let's see some basic commands for MSF console. Info provides information about an exploit. So you give info and the exploit full path, and it gives you information about it. And search can be used for searching an exploit. So you can give search windows, and this will give you the results of all the exploits that contain the word Windows in them. And session is for listing the different sessions that you have on other computers. And in order to open a session, you give sessions space -i space the number of that session. And you can use the set to set values. So if you want to set the R host, so I give set space R host, the IP address, and there are multiple options in show. So you can give show options, and this gives you the different options for an exploit. And show payloads gives you the specific payloads for this exploit. And show exploit gives you the list of available exploits in Metasploit. And show targets gives you the different vulnerable operating systems for a particular exploit. And in order to use an exploit, you simply do use space the full path of the exploit. And to run an exploit, you just give exploit, and that exploit is run. So let's see how to exploit a Windows XP vulnerability. So we'll be looking at the MS08-067 remote code execution vulnerability in Windows XP. And the vulnerability is caused due to the Windows server service not properly handling crafted RPC request. And for this exploit to work, you need to know the IP address of the vulnerable machine. And the different operating systems that are affected are Windows XP and Windows Server 2000 and Server 2003. So first we have to access the MSF console. So I just type MSF console in terminal, and this is what it will look like. And you just give search MS08067, and this gives you the exploit. So first we're going to give use the exploit location, and then we're going to set the payload as the Windows Metpreter bind TCP payload. And you can set the R host also as the IP address of the target. And it's just simply you just type exploit, and the exploit will start. And after successful exploitation, you will get a Metpreter session. So you can see over here, Metpreter session 1 opened. So you can get all you can list all the commands available for Metpreter by just by just typing help in the Metpreter interface, and you can see all the options over here. And you can type the shell command in order to access the CMD shell, and screenshot in order to take a screenshot of the computer. And you can type hash dump in order to dump the password hashes of that computer. So first we're going to save the hashes that were dumped. So you can open any sort of notepad or leaf pad in Kali, and just paste that hash dump that you got over here and save it. And you can also use the MSF CLI interface This is if you don't want to open the MSF console, and it's very fast to use the MSF CLI rather than the MSF console if you know exactly which exploit you're going to use. So over here you can see just about typing MSF CLI, the exploit, the R host also is defined, and then the payload. All that is given in one single command, and by the end of it you have the Metprinter session. So what are some differences for this particular attack? First of all, the operating system and the applications in that computer should be up to date, and there should be a firewall working both at the network and machine level, and a good antivirus might have stopped the payload from running, and a tool like Emmet, which is also called Enhanced Mitigation Experience Toolkit, will also help migrate these sort of attacks. So let's see the video demonstration.